Hello everybody, this is Adam from Wheel Guns for Wheelmen, and we're out here today in sunny, hot Jerome, Idaho. We're going to be comparing two different pistols. We got the CZ75D Compact PCR. So it's a compact 75 series CZ pistol. The PCR is Policji Czech Republic or something like that. It's like the police model. The sights are a little bit different than the normal compact, and doesn't have a light rail like the PO1, and it's decocker only. And those are really the differences. Yeah, there's a bug. Okay, and we got the SAR B6c. It looks very much like a CZ75 compact series pistol. However, it's not a true clone, which is what I thought it was when I first saw it. Before buying it, of course, I researched it. I still ended up getting it because it was sub $200, which is a good deal. I got it on sale. But I want to go over the two guns and compare them. So, if you're buying this as a standalone pistol versus as a backup, so to speak, to a CZ75 compact, you might be a little bit disappointed. Or if you're buying it as a backup, you might be slightly disappointed. But if you're just buying it to have it as a pistol, it's actually a really good pistol, especially for the price. So let's go over the pros of this gun. And it's clear. Won't be for long, and we'll get to that. So the pros of the B6c comparatively to my 75 compact PCR. First off, I noticed, I'll try to get in here, show it the best I can. Oh, take that out. You might hopefully be able to see, if I can get this right, that the hammer spur is actually wider. So you have more purchase area right here. So that spur is wider than the one on the CZ. So the B6, the SAR, has a wider hammer spur. I like that. It's actually, to me, a pro, if you will. Now, we also have, this isn't a huge deal, but you got this slide stop and this slide stop. So the slide stop on the SAR is just ever so slightly bigger than the one on the CZ. Yeah, it might be hard to tell, but looking at it in person and feeling them, you can tell the ones are slightly longer, which is nice. I guess some people might not want that for compact concealability reasons, but I think that's a pro. Now, without taking it all the way apart because I'm too lazy, I'll just represent to you, well, I guess I could show you, this has a stainless steel guide rod. The SAR does, whereas the CZ has a plastic guide rod. CZ also has this loaded chamber indicator, which we'll get to in the 1,000 round review, but it keeps coming loose, keeps unscrewing. The part that houses the indicator rather keeps unscrewing. And I don't need a loaded chamber indicator. I can just check myself. I guess there's some limited purpose, limited circumstances where that could be handy, like if you're in the dark or something, just trying to feel around, but really, I don't think I've ever needed it. And this one does not have that, and I don't like having things that can fail and come unscrewed. I just prefer very simple, basic designs. And so I think the SAR is a benefit, or has that as an additional pro. Some people might not agree, but I think that it's a pro. Now, the SAR, hopefully you can see this, it's brighter than I thought it would be. But there is grip texture right here, quite a bit of it. There's also grip texture on the back. So the front and back straps have a lot more grip texture on the SAR than they do on this gun, CZ. you just got some vertical lines, which really doesn't help much. That said, the last Pro is a big one. This costing about 40% what this one costs. So you get 2.5 of these for one of these. So the SAR has the better price. Now, the pros of the CZ over the SAR. The rubbery grips are a lot better than the built-in hard, slick plastic grips. So even though the back strap and front strap texturing might be better, the overall grip is better on this one. This one's not leaving your hand. So CZ wins that. Also, a con, so to speak, that's really the only pro of the CZ over the SAR. Now, there are two cons, I would say, to the SAR if you were buying it as something to go along with your CZ, such as a backup or parts gun. One, the parts aren't interchangeable. This is not a CZ75 compact. It looks like one, acts like one, you know, it has similar controls and everything. So it's not a bad training tool if you want to use this so you don't wear out the parts on your compact, but it's not a backup or a parts gun or a spare gun in the sense that it's not a 75 series compact. Additionally, because of that, the polymer frame is wider and it will not fit in CZ75 compact holsters. It's too thick, and so it won't go in. Anyways, let's get some shooting in because I want to demonstrate the last thing, which is that the mags are somewhat compatible, but not enough that you could actually use them in a competition or defensive scenario. Now, if you're just at the range and you're plinking and you don't want to use your nice CZ mags, you can use the B6c mags, the SAR mags, but well, I'll show you. You have to align it just right because it doesn't catch when you insert the mag. It doesn't lock into place, so you over insert it basically, and then the slide won't close. So you got to get it just right, then drop the slide, and it should take the round off and keep it in place at that point. I'll just demonstrate. And shoot a plate rack right there. But yes, let's take this SAR mag and we'll insert it all the way. Huh, actually closed that time. Let's see. Actually, now it's just not taking around at all. Let's see here. Let's see. The CZ mag will go in SAR. Apparently it will. So CZ mag fit in the SAR. But B6c mag weird, doesn't fit in the CZ. So there you have it for that. In any event, let's just shoot these guns how they're supposed to be shot with their right respective mags. And oh, big difference also, the SAR is double action, so you can lower the hammer manually, but there's no decocker. It has a safety, so you can run it like a 1911, you know, single action only. So you can just draw, have the hammer cocked back, take it off safe. Also, this is a decent distance away. This is more than just the normal 8 or 9 yards that some people shoot at for steel. So yeah, that's the plate rack. So the thing is quite accurate. It's a very stiff safety, I'll give it that. Okay, now let's shoot the CZ, see what we can do. I shoot this gun pretty good, I have a lot of rounds through it, but really, you know, it took me a second to adjust the sights. I will say the sights are not the same at this distance. You have to aim at the top of the plates, or else in order to hit the center, if you aim at the center of the plates, you actually hit right below them on the metal frame of the plate rack. Whereas this one, you align the 3 white dots and it's pretty much dead on. So I noticed that last time. Anyways, all in all, good gun. Actually has quite a few things I would consider improvements over the CZ75 PCR, but it's not compatible. And like I said, these grips on the CZ are really good versus the solid, you know, frame that has some grip texturing. These grip panels, these rubbery ones, really good. And I really like this gun. But I can't deny that this is a better value probably. Now we'll see over time if this is the same quality and holds up the same as the CZ. There's a lot more rounds through it, and I would tend to trust the CZ more because of my own experiences with multiple CZs, not just this one. I've never had a CZ malfunction. Not my SP01, not my other, you know, ones I've shot that are my friends' CZs, like a Checkmate and a Shadow. But there's none of them. And also though, NATO testing. Anyways, hopefully that was informative. If you're thinking about getting the SAR B6c, or if you're thinking about getting the CZ and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna get a much cheaper gun that has a lot of good features and works. Anyways, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more.